Live from the CBS19 News Studio, this is CBS19 News at 6. Charlottesville News first.
Concerned parents, students, and teachers meeting at Charlottesville High School right now to discuss the shocking violence that canceled classes for 3 days and caused some teachers to walk out. I'm Sarah Allen, live at Charlottesville High School with the latest.
It will now start at $23 an hour in a couple of weeks, and more than $38 if they're at the top of the scale.
And more incentives to get school bus drivers into Albemarle school buses. We've got the latest on how the district is making sure every student has a seat on the bus.
People want us here, and we want to be here to serve them.
At a popular local grocery store, back on their feet after CBS 19 News started a media blitz getting people back in those grocery aisles. Good evening, I'm Rick Young.
And I'm Ashley Brooks. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Our top story at 6, a jam-packed Charlottesville High School gym hosting a crucial meeting to hear what parents, teachers, and students are saying about that viral violence that closed classes there for 3 days. Our CBS 19 Sarah Allen is live at Charlottesville High School where families are getting ready for the public meeting. Hey, Sarah.
Rick and Ashley, this meeting comes after 3 days of classes were canceled due to a rash of fights here at the high school. Now, the goal of the meeting that's just getting started here now is to discuss the issues the school is facing and how to move forward. Now, the first half of the meeting will be an overall update on CHS and the first week back. And then people will break up into discussion groups to provide their own feedback to facilitators.
I think families just really want to be kept in the loop. They want to really know what concrete actions we're taking and how they can be part of the solution.
Chuck also told me that the families will be given an update on what security enhancements are being seriously considered and how CHS is working to improve safety. Now, the meeting is just getting started, like I said, behind me here in the cafeteria, where roughly 200 people RSVP'd, and we've seen multiple parents, multiple students walking through these doors here. Our CBS 19 Garrett Witten will have more tonight on Fox Virginia News at 10, CBS 19 News at 11, but for now, you can visit our website at CBS19news.com for a Zoom link to listen in, hear yourself. For now, live in Charlottesville, Sarah Allen, CBS 19 News.
And now, your CBS 19 Weather Authority forecast from the Bright Star Care Charlottesville Weather Center.
Sunshine mixing with clouds this afternoon, but the big story of today compared to the recent ones, much warmer temperatures. We did manage highs officially in the lower 60s in Charlottesville earlier today. Right now, 50 in Charlottesville, Louisa, Madison. You're also at 50 degrees, 43 in Fredericksburg and Orange, and 44 degrees in downtown Scottsville. We've had some clouds come and go, and they're going to hang around for a good chunk of the evening, although I think later tonight we'll actually get a brief reprieve and clear things out. But if you're hoping to get a view of any aurora borealis tonight, I just don't think conditions are favorable, and not just in terms of sky cover. Your temperatures in the lower 40s by 10 p.m. We're on our way to lows in the middle 30s. Showers move in for Friday afternoon to close out the work week. Active pattern ahead. That's great because it means lots of chances for rain. But how much rain will we actually get? I'll answer for you in just a few minutes.
Well, every student in Albemarle County who needs a bus ride to school now has one, but the school bus driver shortage hasn't been solved.
Our CBS 19's Felicity Taylor has been following this story for us since August and is in the newsroom now with the latest. Felicity.
Rick and Ashley, district spokesperson Phil Jeremita says they're cautiously optimistic about the bus driver situation right now. Just because every student has a seat on the bus, it doesn't mean all of those buses are being driven by bus drivers.
We're using a lot of flex drivers who normally are available for other things. We're also using a lot of staff from the transportation department.
Meaning Albemarle County schools are getting it done, but they're stretched thin. District spokesperson Phil Jeremita says some students are also on what they call a stacked route, where the bus driver takes 2 loads and some kids arrive either very early or late.
And that's a good short-term fix because the important thing was ensuring that every child had service. But it's not a long-term plan.
There is some good news. 2 drivers just finished training and 3 more are in the program now. Jeremita says they're hoping to attract more with the pay raise starting January 1st.
Bus drivers will now start at $23 an hour in a couple of weeks, and more than $38 if they're at the top of the scales.
One driver is retiring in December. Jeremita says they're waiting to hear if any more will do the same. Jeremita says they're grateful for families being patient as they continue to change up routes. For example, at the beginning of the year, about 10,000 families signed up for service, but now only 6,000 students ride the bus consistently. In the newsroom, Felicity Taylor, CBS 19 News.
All right, Felicity, thank you for that report tonight. Well, a community staple is staying open. Reed's Super Save Market slowly building back their inventory. Just over a month ago, if you remember, we told you that Reed's had to cancel shipments due to the high costs of business. They've kept meat and produce stocked and asked for community support as they struggled. After CBS19's story in October, the manager told us they even gained a new customer base to boost sales. Their first shipment of dairy and holiday staples arrived just before Thanksgiving.
You know, it'd be easy for us to just say, this is hard, let's throw in the towel, but people want us here and we want to be here to serve them.
Getting another shipment early next week to refill dairy and frozen items as well. And they're also starting to carry a local cut of beef from Seven Hills and Virginia ham and oysters. Clement says that those special items are also another reason that their customers are so loyal.
We understand food insecurity is on the rise here in Virginia. It's according to the latest federal data analyzed by Axios, that publication, political publication. According to the report, around 9.3% of Virginia households were food insecure between 2020 and 2022, meaning that they couldn't provide enough food for themselves due to lack of money or resources. That percentage translates to over 300,000 households, up 7.8% from the previous period. Feed More, a food bank organization that serves Central Virginia, says it's seen a 22% increase in need over the past 2 years. However, Virginia is still faring better than the national average, where 11.2% of all households reported food insecurity. According to Axios, the disappearance of pandemic-era support programs played a big role in the nationwide increase.
The Blue Ridge Area Food Bank is hosting its food drive across various Food Line locations in the area, and there's still time to participate. Food Line locations at Forest Lakes, Mill Creek, and Pantops, they're all accepting food bin donations until December 3rd. The goal for the drive is 1 million meals for people right here in the Charlottesville community.
Well, a boil water advisory has been lifted today for residents in Greene County. The advisory was issued on November 27th after a broken water main resulted in service interruption and loss of water pressure to some homes located off of Spring Hill Road in Ruckersville. The water main was repaired and the water has since tested negatively for any harmful bacteria. Residents can now safely resume using their household water as normal. And Senator Tim Kaine speaking on what he says are Congress's priorities for the end of the year today. Kaine says an agreement they reach on the appropriations negotiation puts deadlines in January and February, so appropriators have some time to get some things done. Kaine says that means they can focus on more pressing matters like the defense bill. The Armed Service Committee meets Wednesday morning.
Shipbuilding and ship repair to support for efforts to build up our shipbuilding workforce, to a historic provision clarifying that no president can withdraw from NATO without congressional support. Other important things, including military pay raise.
Now, Senator Kaine says he's encouraged by their chances because all the leaders of the committee on the Senate and House side have said they're ready to negotiate and promise they will get it done.
Well, amidst a busy travel season, Transportation Security Administration, or the TSA, holding a hiring event to fill openings for Charlottesville-Albemarle Airport. TSA officers screen thousands of travelers each day to ensure them and their belongings are safe on the nation's airways. Today's event was a way to speed up the application process for those interested in working full or part-time.
Expedited one, it kind of puts everything into one place. We have different steps. We've got medical testing, fingerprinting, part of background, part of interviews. With these expedited events, it puts everything all at once, whereas opposed to other events, you have to go through the different processes one step at a time.
Those who attended today's event will go through the final steps of the interview and screening process and then begin their training at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center, where they're paid to undergo that training to secure airports and planes.
Are you a fresh Christmas tree person or a fake Christmas tree person?
I like fresh Christmas tree.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, I mean, fake works for young children, which is what I have right now. Otherwise, I like a live, nice,
Yeah, but there are some
smelling.
things to consider. Coming up on CBS 19 News at 6, everybody loves a fresh natural tree for Christmas, right?
Yeah, I think so. We've got the story and tips on how to keep your tree healthy and safe for the holiday season if you do plan to get a real one. We'll have that after your Weather Authority forecast with Travis.
I'm watching a low pressure system around the Arklatex that's heading our way. A lot of rain, don't get your hopes up, but we'll get something. We'll talk about when, we'll talk about more chances for rain and extended right after this.
And now, your CBS 19 Weather Authority forecast from the Bright Star Care Charlottesville Weather Center.
Great to have your company on the CBS 19 News at 6. Time lapse of the day on the JES Skyline Network cam. We're at Pantops in Sentara Martha Jefferson Hospital. Clouds got a little thicker during the afternoon, but still allowed for some sunshine. We're hanging on to some clouds now, and there will be some more that return overnight. Those clouds in the Shenandoah Valley will pass through in very short order. Brief break of clear later tonight. You've probably seen rumblings about possible viewings of the Aurora Borealis tonight. I'm not so convinced personally, professionally, and even so, clouds are going to hinder the view. Even at this low an altitude, latitude rather, you're probably not going to see them with the naked eye. So yeah, there are a lot of pretty pictures out there, but those happen more often at higher latitudes and not so much in Central Virginia. Not saying it's impossible, just very, very difficult. And plus conditions right now, according to the space weather information that I've got, not looking very favorable at all. That said, your temperatures right now, 53 outside of Rye Road Studio, lower 50s at Show in Carter Mountain. Air is dry, a little breezy in spots. No rain today, but some places obviously cooler than others, like Elkins, West Virginia. Knoxville, 54. New York at 50 degrees. We are a good bit warmer than this time yesterday. About 10 to 15 degrees across the board in Central Virginia. So I'm watching cold front and a low pressure system, both kind of converging on the area later tomorrow. And I think the afternoon, while not a washout, will bring us a little bit of rain in most places, about a 1/10 of an inch of rain or less. Most of the moisture will unfortunately stay to our south. So Friday, we're cloudy, not much, if anything, in terms of sunshine. If we get any, we'll have some peaks in the morning. 48 degrees at 12 noon. High temperatures only around 50. In fact, temperatures pretty steady during the afternoon. Futurecast into motion. There are your clouds by 7 a.m. A few showers here and there between about noon and 5. Then, still not really clearing the sky out for the weekend. Saturday and Sunday afternoons, we're talking temperatures in the mid-60s, so it'll be warm. Both Saturday and Sunday afternoons, we'll have the chance for a few showers here and there. Just a bunch of little disturbances and storm systems moving through that'll keep things churned or shaken, not stirred in the atmosphere. Not a wash of a weekend for outdoor stuff, but there will be a few bouts of showers, which, again, given the dry status, is the bad thing. So your forecast tonight, very cloudy, lower to middle 30s for lows. Friday, showers in the afternoon, 50 the high in Charlottesville, 51 Orange, 48 in Crozet. Remember our high today, it was 61, so it'll be a bit cooler. Cardinal Home Center extended forecast, 64 Saturday and Sunday, showers Monday afternoon. Cooler for the middle of next week, with a chance for some more showers next Wednesday.
A little warm up. A little bit of a warm up.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah, once we get through tomorrow. I mean, decent weekend.
Right. Well, I mean, today was such a big difference even from yesterday, and I could actually manage being outside a little bit.
And at night, that 19 or 20 was a bit much.
Yes.
So, all right. Thanks a lot, Joe.
On to some other headlines now. The 6-month hurricane season officially ends today. NOAA, or NOAA, says it doesn't foresee more tropical developments until spring. The tropical storm behind this damage in Virginia is Ophelia, which impacted the East Coast back in September, if you remember. It and Hurricane Idalia are the only two that made landfall in the United States this season. Overall, though, the season saw 20 storms, including 3 major hurricanes. The Kimpton Forum Hotel is opening a chalet on that.
Yeah. Good to see those waters gone. But the Kimpton Forum Hotel is opening a chalet pop-up in their hotel lobby for the holidays. The Case Study Chalet and Lounge is a winter pop-up bar offering festive specialty cocktails and different varieties of fondue inspired by a warm living room after a day in the slopes. Chalet is open to the public on Fridays and Saturdays through the end of February. The decor in the space will change throughout the winter season, but it's intended to warm visitors up inside and out during chilly months.
This space just feels like you're, in a living room in someone's home, but we're here to do all the work for you. It's meant to be cozy and comfortable and a space to really enjoy company and friends during the winter season.
Looks like fun.
Yeah.
The experience is bookable on Eventbrite in groups of 4, 6, or 8, and the space can also be rented out Sundays through Thursday. The fondue experience is $10 per person, and drinks are a la carte.
Well, it's the time of the year when real Christmas tree farms are preparing for the holiday frenzy. Hawk Hollow in Madison County is selling local Christmas trees and produce. Stephen Radcliffe talks about what you need to do to maintain your real tree. And he says to make sure the trunk is submerged in 2 inches of water and that the tree is away from direct sunlight and heat sources. He also says there are signs to tell that your tree might need water.
These are all pre-inspected before they're sold. So they've been checked for things like potential disease, but you do want to look for brown needling to let you know that the tree is drying out, and that will occur at the farthest point from the root system. So the top of the tree, the farthest tips of the spruces first. If you start to see some brown needling, you know that the tree is not getting properly watered, and that could lead to a potential fire hazard.
You can purchase a local Christmas tree and other festive decorations from Hawk Hollow Farms from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday. And Hawk Hollow Farms, if you know, also runs that stand at Stonefield Shopping Center. That's from 11 to 7 p.m. 7 days a week.
I wish this would happen to me. Plenty of lottery winners collect money, but now a few losers are also cashing in. The Iowa Lottery says that due to a mistake after Monday's Powerball drawing, it says staff entered some numbers into the state gaming system incorrectly. That's the key word, incorrectly. The Lotto says people who collected money before it corrected the error, they can keep it. Lucky losers, they're not becoming millionaires.
No, the Lotto says the prizes range from $4 to $200. Lottery officials blamed an unspecified, quote, human reporting error for the wrong numbers being posted for Monday night's Powerball drawing, and the incorrect numbers were posted on the Iowa Lottery's website at around 12:30 a.m. Tuesday, and it took until about 7:15 a.m. before anyone even noticed the mistake, took down those numbers, and halted payoffs.
Yeah, that's the kind of mistake.
That's why it pays to check your numbers quick.
But that's the mistake that pays.
That's right.
The mistake that pays in Iowa.
The people that, won those numbers.
Single play, what's the largest amount of money you've ever won in the lottery?
$2. Oh, well, per ticket?
Oh, I've several hundred.
$2.
Okay. Rick's buying lunch then. You're buying dinner for all of us.
Right, I know.
$100 for me. I had all the numbers on 2 different tickets.
Come on, Travis.
110 million, man.
Come on. That's bad luck right there.
And put tape on it.
Yeah, they wouldn't notice that. Little snip, snip here. Yeah, probably doesn't fly. Anyway, extended forecast. And I like chicken parmesan, Rick, so you can just put that order in now,
right,
and we'll have it here at the end of the newscast. Mid-60s Saturday and Sunday. I think we do run the chance of a couple showers both days of the weekend, although they'll be light and scattered about during the afternoons. Chances for showers will linger into Monday afternoon, and then as we go into the middle of next week, cooler air takes hold once again. Lower 50s, upper 40s for highs. There are some hints that we might get a little more rain next Wednesday afternoon, but we'll put a question mark on that in the meantime. So kind of like the lottery numbers, you can maybe expect some changes in the 7-day forecast over the next few days.
All right, looks good. And that does it for us for CBS 19 News at 6. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight at 11. Enjoy your evening.
Good night.